Hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm late as always. Actually, I'm not. I'm actually on time, but I'm technically late for TikTok. So let's do this, shall we? There we go. Hopefully that looks like I'm looking at both of you. Today's a good day. It's an okay day. I don't want to go live particularly, but I'm going to because it's Bernie's birthday. We have to go live on Bernie's birthday. Bernie's birthday. There we go. 8. #8. Go live. She doesn't like her balloon. She's not a fan. How can you not like your birthday balloon? I got her a birthday balloon. She doesn't care. She's too upset. I'm wearing my Austin outfit today. I miss Austin. Austin's a great city, you know. Like, if it wasn't so hot, I would totally stay longer in Austin. Maybe I should have stayed in Austin. Guys, did I make a mistake? Should I have stayed in Austin? Betty, why don't you like your balloon? She's not happy. She's over there sleeping having a little nap. Let's put this for a shot. We need to have it in shot, right? So you can see. Benny, this is your birthday balloon. You really don't like it, do you? She's really not impressed. She's really not happy. How are you today? I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Not that anybody asked. So a few things that are interesting. Why is it that when women say things for a long time, nobody listens, and then when a guy comes along and says it, everyone goes, "Oh my god, wow, yeah, he's so insightful and brave." Can somebody explain that to me? Like, there's a thing I'm seeing on TikTok at the moment where men are sticking up against misogyny from other women, against misogyny from other men. People are like, yeah, and you're like, hello, we've been telling you this whole time. So I've released an advert for Capitalism the musical, which I have coming up. So it's officially in, where are we now? We're in June the 5th, and my show starts on July the 1st, which is kind of scary, Capitalism the musical. And I've got an advert that I've got rolling, and I filmed it, and it's a 90-second advert about the show, and I put some money behind it and boosted it, and some of the comments have been, so the comments are like, you're gonna go to hell, are you saying that all men are rapists? I think you are, and you've clearly never read scripture or the Bible. And it's amazing how people that like to think of themselves as the most biblical are literally the most trolling people on the planet, and B, how you've assumed I've said all men are rapists, which is not what I've said in the advert, and C, this makes me think, do I need to delete the advert? And then my friend was like, no, don't delete the advert. What you need to do is you need to share the advert and screen grab their post and be like, this is why I'm doing this show. This is exactly why I'm doing it. So is that what I do? What do you think, team? Do you use it to your advantage, or do you like cut it? My only issue is I don't want to attract more of the same. I don't want, like, they're terrifying in this country. I don't particularly want to attract that kind of noise. However, equally, that kind of noise might get it seen by the people that would love the show, that do need to see it, and then I can sell seats. Because I know it's going to be controversial, but I want it to be controversial once it's, like, successful. Like, I know Book of Mormon and all those things and Monty Python and everything was controversial, but they had money in teams, and I'm kind of out here. And I know that's the point. Like, I get it, but also, I don't know. What do you think? You agree with my friend? What do you think? Do I screen grab and share and be like, this is why the shows get made? Or do I... And then on the comment where the guy left, where he was like, you're saying all men are rapists, you're saying all... Is that what you're saying? I responded with an emoji of a bell and the end emoji, and I put hashtag not all men, but definitely you. And he's written back, What do you mean? What are you trying to say? I've just said it. You're a bellend. And then my friend was like, they don't use the word bellend here. I thought, oh, interesting. How can I make bellend go viral in the States? Have you seen the news today? Have you been looking at what's happening? Have you seen what Elon Musk has tweeted? That Trump is in the Epstein files. I don't know why people don't listen. I don't know why people don't listen. It's almost like people have told you from day one, and people go, no, be different with me. You're like, right, sure it will. Sure it will. I think we're witnessing carnage. And they say women are too emotional to lead. They say women are too emotional. It's hilarious if it wasn't so terrifying. If it wasn't so terrifying. What's happening right now? Don't feed the trolls, feed them into your advertising, use them for good. Yeah, how do you not attract more of the same thing? That's my question. That's my, how do you do that? What's the appeal of performing the show in America? Is it because the content is most relevant there? Where can I find the advert? So it's on my Instagram as a ad, and I don't know how to share it with you as a thingy because it's a paid for ad, but I will post it as a post as well. The reason for coming to America is because in the UK, I personally have found the UK very limiting, and the UK doesn't really invest in anything that's different or unique or quirky, and it's very much, happy birthday Bernie, thanks Selma darling, it's very much kind of, the commissioners are tied to the agents, the managers are tied to TV, everything's very tied in that world, and they don't really let other people in apart from who they want to let in, and that's it. And I think with this show, it's very unique and it's very original and it's very quirky and very cool and very different, and it's kind of epic, and I need someone to see it and be like, oh, it's epic, I get it. So for example, when I pitched it in the UK, or when I had an idea of like doing something with it in the UK, things are done in a certain order which I just don't have access to. I don't have those relationships. So it was like, well, who's your composer? I'm like, well, I haven't got one. Well, who's doing the songs? Well, no, I've written them. Well, what are they? Well, no, I've just, in my head, one goes, she's a whore, she's not a whore. She's a whore, she's not a whore. And I don't know how to write that down to be like, that's one of the songs. So in the show, it's the audience that go, she's a whore, she's not a whore. She's a whore, she's not a whore. Like, it's funny. Like, it's stupid, it's funny. And so they're like, well, who's your composer? Who's your writer? Who's your, stage manager? Who's your? I'm like, no, I don't have it. Like, it's just me in my head. Like, I've written it. And they were like, where's the script? And I was like, no, I don't have a script. I just have it written down. And so then I got some Arts Council funding, and I was able to pay a dramaturg, Pippa Evans, and she was like, let's translate this into a language that they can understand. So we translated it into a script, and when I put forward the script, or like part of the script, and it was like, well, who's your composer, who's your thingy, because they're going to want to write it with you. And I was like, no, I don't want somebody to write it with me. Like, I've written it, I want somebody to help it. Like, well, that's not how musicals work. Like, musicals work by the thingy and the thingy together. What in the name of universal credit is going on here? You're trying to be funny. That's interesting. And so the idea is, okay, so I've written it, the jokes are there, the show is there, the story is there, and I've got the top lines for the song. So I'm like, here's where a song would go here. So I would love to get a composer on board for them to write the songs and be like, yeah, we see it, we totally get it. And the feedback I've had is that's not how it works, because people want to be involved from the beginning and do it together as a thing. And I'm like, cool, I've not had that. I don't know how to make that happen. And also in the UK, I also remember speaking to somebody about it, and I was speaking to one producer about it, and they said, well, like, obviously we haven't read the whole show, but I'm gonna have to it's going to be difficult for me because of my faith. And I was like, right. On the premise of a show called God is a Woman, about Mary Magdalene being written out of history. And I have been incredibly intentional with this show. I think sometimes people see swearing or they hear rude jokes or dick jokes and they ignorantly associate that with a lack of intelligence, or with, there's almost like a classist snobbery to it, rather than recognising that, I actually think the more you swear, the more intelligent you are, but recognising that underneath and between the lines, I find the more raw dog a show is, the more heart it has. So the show is actually incredibly respectful and loving, and the message is one of great love, pure love. But when I got that feedback, is I thought, oh, if that's what you're worried about at this stage, that's interesting, because I don't know if you would do that if I was to create a show being like God is a man. Like, I don't know, right? The one thing I love about you is you're not prepared to compromise on your vision. And I think that's where I'm getting stuck, right? Because I'm not willing to compromise on it, because I see it. It's Buddy's birthday, buddy. And so I was like, well, I can either stay in the UK, and I really miss stand-up because I was gigging a lot, and I watched some videos yesterday. I was putting some videos together. I'm such a good stand-up when I want to be. Like, when I make an effort, I'm such a good stand-up. And I'm so good at it, and I've been so caught on what I haven't got rather than on what I have got, which is a skill and a talent and years of experience that really do mean something and should stand for something. And I'd like to do more of it. And I kind of came to the conclusion yesterday that actually what I'm doing here is incredibly stressful and hard. I don't know any other comedian that's like, I'm going to stop doing stand-up. I've written this comedy show. And bearing in mind, I'm very, very good at writing one-on-one comedy shows. I'm exceptional at it. It's my thing. I'm an expert at it. And so I know how to write a one-on-one comedy show, and I'm like, surely for a cast, you flesh it out, right? So what I want with this God is a Woman show is for the writing to be as shit hot as any stand-up specials of mine. So for the writing to be so funny, but when the music comes along, I want the music to be as good as your favourite album. Like, I want it to be as good as your favourite acclaimed album. That's what I want. So that's cool. Have you seen some of the TikTok musicals that have come about? Epic, Bridgerton, right? Like Epic looks amazing, yeah. So again, they're building a team, but then you're also kind of tied because the concept is so good. How do you share something without it getting stolen or taken, and also preserve it and protect it? And so I'm kind of caught between all these things. And so being in America right now was because the show's epic, and I need people that believe in epic and that can see epic and go, I totally see I totally see the potential in this. Let's build the team around you. Rather than, that's not how we do things. Who's your person? I don't have that person. I'm trying to build a community, and I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing, and that's also why my Patreon. So my Patreon is individuals supporting the musical, which is supporting me financially because I can't make money. I'm not making any money. And I'm only living this month, like my friend paid for my rent this month. And I've got my Patreon money this month. And I was kind of contemplating the last few days, like, this is too, it doesn't need to be this hard. It doesn't need to be this stressful. Why am I putting myself through so much? I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I am good at what I do. More for you for not letting me through. More for you for fucking making it so hard to keep doing art. More for you. Do I just sit on the show for now, and when the time is right and there's a place and it's easier and it's like the doors are open, walk through, do it? But I've got a feeling that's never going to happen unless I bang them fucking down. No one's going to give it to you. Nobody's going to give it to you. Especially not when you're in your 40s. Like, because they're stupid. But especially if you're in your 40s. So I'm kind of contemplating all these things at the moment. And the good news is I have got a run in July. and I'm starting the run in July, and I'm hoping when the run starts things will be a bit more downhill, because this isn't fun. This bit isn't fun. This is quite stressful. Can I show you some merch I had made though? Can I show you some merch? Thank you for my likes. Oh, 50 of you watching. So if you know anybody in Los Angeles, I'd love you to tell them to come along. It's going to be every Tuesday in July at 7 o'clock at the Elysian Theatre, which is like the coolest venue here out here in LA. And I'd like you to tell people. So I had prints made. I'm just going to set up a card shop, you know. I'm going to go to Poland and set up a card shop and do comedy. Or stay here and do comedy. It's going to be fine. And I had some prints made because people like prints, and then I signed them. So afterwards I always do a meet and greet my audience. And look, here's my little prints. Check them. So these are going to be $10, and they're shiny. They're shiny. So I always do prints. I've done them for a while now actually. I used to do what Beyonce do, and my thighs are touching each other, and I sucked your dick dry. I think I can send you a text. And what my audience is like. So I used to sell them as framed prints, and then I just sold them as thingies, and people could buy their own frame, and then I'd sign them, but people wanted them signed, and they'd all be like limited edition. And this is what I'm kind of thinking of my new logo, because I wanted a logo that's super clean, super fresh, super... Would you send an autograph one to the UK? I would, but the price for posting it right now is so long. I will set up an online shop because I would like it all to be connected. So this is kind of my new logo idea, because I want it to be super clean, super simple. If you see my poster is like the big purple and bluey one where I've got the mask and the Pope mask, which I think is really cool. But as artwork, I really like the simplicity of this, and I like the deep red. And it's actually not an apple, it's a cherry. I don't know if you can tell. It looks like an apple, but it's actually a cherry. And the reason I have a cherry is because essentially it's the premise of the show. So if you've seen my previous TikTok videos, I do a joke, and the joke goes, it's about our divine right to pleasure, and Mary is talking about loving sex, and then Paul from the incel committee is like, you know, whatever. All her friends are like, don't say that to Paul from the incel committee, don't tell the boys that you're not allowed to have pleasure. She's like, why would I not be allowed pleasure? They're like, you're not allowed to talk about it, Mary. She's like, but why? Like, it's the most natural thing in the world. Like, if they say God gives you your ears to hear, your nose to smell, and your eyes to see, like, I want to add a new one. God gave us a little clit to flick. And Paul's like, what's a clit? And she's like, oh, Paul, don't they teach you anything at incels? And he's like, I'm only up to Genesis 5. Does that bit come later? She's like, oh, much later. Am I right, ladies? And she says, like, the body, like the human form, we have a part of the body that's purely made for pleasure, the clitoris. It's the only part of the body that's purely made for pleasure, and men don't have it. And men keep trying to give it other work to do, and they keep trying to find other jobs for it, and it has no other job. Its only job is for her to have joy and pleasure and ecstasy. Do you really think the ultimate creator of all things would have given the fun button to the other side? No, I think she went, well, this is perfection. Let me put a cherry on it. Boop! And that's what I think happened. And so then the cherry is kind of going to be my symbol of the show. So that's the thinking behind this. That's the thinking behind this show. This bit. So that's merch. Seems like such a good show. I hope July goes great and you find some creative collaborators. Thanks, Mon. I hope so too. To give you an idea, like I did a show a few weeks ago, and a woman came up to me afterwards and was like, this show needs to get made. Here's $1,000. Which tells me that I'm on the right track. I had, in Austin when I did the show, I had one woman come about 8 or 9 times, and each time she brought a friend. And I was like, that's a good sign. I had a friend of mine, a new friend, who saw it maybe 5 times. Another friend of mine, he saw it like 5 or 6 times. They quote it back to me. Like, so these are all little signs that I'm on the right track, and that it's happening. What's supposed to happening is happening, and that like I'm getting the feedback, the responses. And several shows, not all of them, but several shows I get standing ovations from the audiences, and a standing ovation is rare. Like, a standing ovation is not something that you easily get, and these are not audiences that know me that know I love standing ovations. These are audiences that don't know me, and I do love standing ovations. Are my favourite thing. And so to create the energy and the momentum in the room, where at the end people go vroom, like that tells me I'm on the right track. But it's still not ready to be showcased yet. It's still not finished. Like I'm still on stage reading the script, like I wear dungarees, like I'm like this. The show is so good. Thank you Taylor. Hello James, how's it going? Happy birthday Bernie, thanks G-Man. I have one of the original God's Woman t-shirts from the show in Nottingham. Amazing Ashley, yeah. So I know I'm on the right track with it, I think. I just, I'm torn between ease and comfort and regulated nervous system, and you're just gonna have to hustle, because it's like, I think you've probably seen, if you followed me for a few months now, I feel like I've gone downhill. Like I feel like I'm losing momentum, because it's just becoming a slog, and I'm not enjoying how much of a slog I feel. So I need to figure out a way to just be okay with it. It's the dark before the dawn, girl. Yeah, but how long is it always going to be the dark? Like, why is it always so dark, you know? Like, so I don't know. The moments are here to challenge us. You've had challenges before, you've got this. The last mile is always the hardest. Yeah, I know. It's just been hard for a very, 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 like, this is not new. This is like, probably for the last 9 years, it's been like this. And there's only so much you can do before you go. Like, I put in my calendar years ago, and it came up yesterday, and it said, are you happy? Have you had a baby yet? Are you happily married? And I was like, no, I'm still doing the same thing. So yeah, we'll catch if you want to fall over. I think what I need is maybe like a break. I feel like I need some support. I feel like I just want people to be like, yeah, we'd love to work with you. Yeah, let's see what you got. We'll come and see it. We'd love to work with you. Yeah, here's some gigs. Here you go. Here's 10 gigs. Here you go. Here's 10 gigs. Yeah, we love this idea of this musical. Have you met this musician? You should meet with him. No, don't worry about paying him. You've just got to. You can work with them or him or her. You can work with him for the day, and we've got it covered. Like, well, don't worry about your rent. No. We've got a place. You've got a place for 12 months, and you've got enough money in your bank account to cover the rent for 12 months. Like, don't even worry about it. It's fine. And Bernie's so happy. Like, Bernie's so happy. She's so well taken care of. She's loving the snow in the winter, and she's loving the sun in summer. Bernie's very happy, and you're not on your own out here doing this. That's what I want. Anything we can do, you're doing it. Like, you're doing it by joining me here, even when, like, you know, these are not the best. This week has not been a good week of live streams, and I'm not being particularly funny online. You're doing it, and you're supporting me on my Patreon. I wrote songs for a musical adaptation of Dracula. I can only imagine how hard it is on your own. It's hard. It is hard. I was thinking yesterday, I was like, if I said to another comic, hey, you're going to go abroad, you know, do comedy, you're a stand-up, have been a really fucking good shit hot stand-up, that's not never had the mainstream success that actually you deserve. Like, I should be a massive. Like, I genuinely believe that. Like, I should be fucking massive, and have a lot more support than I have been. The fact that I've been kept out, I think is criminal, and the fact that it's this hard all the time to stay in the game is criminal, and just goes to show that industries as a whole are not, you know, don't serve the art necessarily. Terribly underrated. Thank you. And also it kind of teaches you nobody's asked you to do this. This is your choice. And the world in general, you know, things are not left and right, you know, clockwise. To quote Kate Bush, I know something is good going to happen. Haven't sold yourself out and stuck to your values, which is commendable. Babe, I'll be honest, you're amazing. Be proud of it, everything you've achieved. It's like you're at war when you come back to the Blighty. The show's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it. Being a creative is a blessing and a curse at the same time. So I was looking at these videos of myself yesterday because I was putting together like a little thingy of Bernie and all the shows we've done. And I'm so proud of all the shows I've done. Like, I've done phenomenal shows. And like, I had pictures there of my audiences in Belfast, in Nottingham, in Wrocław, in Poznan, in like New York City. And I was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe that I did that. No, that's been my life. And like, I look back and I'm like, I'm so beautiful. I was so beautiful. Like, look how young and beautiful and like, just beautiful. Like, why the hate? Why the suffering? Why the stress? Why the like, always longing or always struggling or always feeling like it has to be harder and it has to be stressful and I have to fight for like love or recognition. And I wish I could just see that I was worthy and absolutely deserved to just bathe in that light, rather than you see a smiley picture and then behind the scenes you're on fire because you feel so horrific and traumatized. And how many of us, beautiful people, how many of us have had to deal with shit that is beyond our control, that actually don't deserve, never deserved, and like should be able to just enjoy life, enjoy the moments, and you know, definitely relatable. Preach. Love will come when it's ready. It's just not time yet. Kate Nash was doing a speech saying how difficult it all is. And like, why? We're just out here trying to create. We're just out here trying to be like creative and be like, hey, here's some entertainment for you. But I look back and I'm like, I was so beautiful, and I was so, like, I look back at the videos as well where I've been working out and I took photos of myself in like my knickers. And I remember the time being like, oh God, that looks awful. And I look back and I'm like, hey, fucking, I can see your body there. Like, it's amazing. And at the time I had a guy that I didn't have, and it was a bad relationship. And I was like, why did you allow yourself to feel so small? Why did you allow yourself to feel so shit? Why did you stay in situations that made you feel so rotten? Like, why do we do that? Why do we stay in situations that make us feel rotten? And then that's when I started thinking about this and this show. Am I staying in a trauma state by being like, I have to be in America, I have to struggle, I have to fucking feel like on edge, I have to feel dysregulated, I have to feel anxious in order for me to be worthy of success? Or do you go, I don't need to do any of this shit. I can just go and experience joy somehow by being with my dog by a lake. And you go, sure, how are you going to put food on the table? I haven't thought that far ahead yet, team. But is there not an element of us that does go, what about if we just lived a life where we didn't have to work, where we didn't have to struggle? You need to struggle in life, but how, because my mum was like that. My mum was like, you have to be struggle. Like, but I don't know if we do. And then I was speaking to a friend of mine who's working with some incredibly wealthy people, and I spoke to somebody else I know somebody else who's very, very wealthy, who's like refusing to look after his family because he's separated from them, and he's refusing to look after his kids because he doesn't want to pay for them. He makes a fortune, doesn't want to pay for them. I've got a friend of mine who works with an incredible wealthy family, and she said they literally they're very religious family. So in public they pray and whatever, and the second the man leaves, they drink until they're stupid. They drink until they vomit all over the floor. Marble flooring in fucking, you know, a house that's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars, which she then has to clean up for. And then they order all this really like gold leaf food that nobody eats and then gets thrown away. And you're like, even with all that money and thingy, like, you can't. Is this the what? PBCC? I don't know what that means. For some life is easy, for the rest of us it's real. But Miguel, what I'm saying is their life is not easy either. Like, like I hear these stories of these women that, you know, religious in face, but back home they're not, and then they're drinking whatever and just getting so blind drunk that they pass out. And they're living in penthouses, incredible mansions, and ordering Michelin-star meals and have somebody to wake them up, put them to bed, have food on table. And they're not living, like, I think, oh God, you're so poor. Like, you're so morally poor. Like, you cannot live an authentic life. Like, that's really sad. Oh, you thought I was talking about religious cult? No. And you're like, and then you've got people like us, I'm assuming, that don't have much money, they just do the thing that they love and keep fighting to do the thing they love, and it's a struggle and it's hard, whatever. And at least you can go, but I had an authentic life. Like, live an authentic life. That's pretty fucking cool, right? There's something in that feels very precious and pure and beautiful. But then how authentic is it if we make ourselves suffer and struggle? Like, I was watching some videos about like meeting somebody or how you meet somebody, and I'm like, I haven't met anybody. And I'm like, well, I haven't met anybody because I don't go out. Like, I don't put myself out there to meet anybody. And then the times that I do put myself out there, rich kids cosplay is what you're doing for real, struggling artists, right? Of course. Does it have to be a big decision? Could you have a few weeks back in the UK and return, or is it too much dollar? So two things there. Bernie, the flight home I can get her back, but then to get her back again is a $7,000 flight, which I just don't have $7,000 unless I sell my house. And then come back to what? New York? I don't know. Just, is it an authentic life if we have to struggle? Like, my mum was always like, oh, she struggled her whole life, and she was so grateful for everything. She was like, look at the grass, Louisa. Look at the trees. Look at the beautiful leaves. You are rich. Look at the leaves. And then she died horribly, and that seemed cruel. And I guess I was thinking, like, I was talking to my friend about, you know, wealthy people and how wealthy they are, and they don't realise how wealthy they are. And it's like you go out with a friend, right? You go out with somebody and be like, I've got no money. And you're like, I just have water. And you're like, oh, don't be a dick. Like, don't come out if you don't have any money. But also, I know you've got 50 grand in savings. You just don't want to spend money more. Like, I don't have money, and I'll still order a $20 cocktail. Like, and I'll get you one, because fuck it. Like, I don't have money, but I will do that. You have 50 grand in savings, and you're out here ordering water. Like, it's just weird how. And then I was thinking, like, a lot of people, like, inherit the wealth, right? So I act wealthy all the time. Like, I will always shop in M&S and Waitrose. I don't have money, but I do it. But I'm also like, you have plenty. Like, you're fine. You'll work it out. Like, even this month, I don't know why. Like, my friends covered my rent, and I'm like, fuck, like, I owe my friend $3 grand. I owe her more than that because my card got declined yesterday, so I owe her more than that now. And I'm like, I will figure it out. I will figure it out. I will get it paid. I will figure it out. I don't know how. I just fucking will, because you have to. Like, there's no option. You have to, right? There is no alternative. Like, there is no alternative. Am I gonna put Bernie on kibble? No, absolutely fucking not. I'd rather eat beans on toast every day and she have her proper food than me eat a takeout and she be on the kibble. People tell me I'm resilient. I didn't get a choice. Like, hello. Girl, never beans on toast. I mean, no, I had to spend $400 on my car, so it's no beans on. But then the idea of the struggle. Can we just talk about this as a concept? And it's like, oh, you're privileged to talk about. Fuck off. Fuck off. I hate it when people talk shit and you're like, no, you're privileged. Fuck off. I'm talking from experience, right? If you owe your friend that much money, you could both be eating the cheap food. You both should be eating the cheap food. No, I disagree. Because I've spoken to my friend, 5% problem, 95% solution. I've just paid for a clown class, but my car needs to go to the garage. My point is, this concept of struggle, and I get it. And there's a huge link, I think, between the idea of struggling, how you get in debt. Yeah, I've never been in debt in my life. Like, I'm in debt now to my friend, 3,300, but like, I've never been in debt in my life. Also, I'm sharing things with you that I'm sharing to strangers on the internet, so I should be more mindful of what I share and who I share it with. This is very much my audiences that love and support me and get me, that we can have frank conversations. People that are new here, I've got to be aware that you can have your opinion, but also be aware that I may not care for it. I feel like we're on a FaceTime, good. What's my point? Like, this concept of struggling is also very attached, I think, like when I read about the Bible and the church, of struggling for paradise, struggling for, you've got to go through pain to have good things, you've got to feel rubbish to deserve anything good, everything's got to be hard before it's easy, you've got to work hard before it's good. And I think what we've seen, like, and I talked about this in Politics with Bees too, is that old mindset of when you used to be able to work like an 8-hour day and work all the hours that God sends, and you would work for however many years, like 30 odd years, so that you could retire in your 60s and live in a house that's been paid off, and you could afford to get a kitchen extension, and you could afford a Saturday takeaway, and you could afford to go on holiday twice a year, and you could afford to have your thingies, like, you know, look after like nice gifts for your family. Those days of working hard and hard work, and I'm talking about like a very Western mindset, have long gone, right? Because now you've seen how many of us are working all the hours God sends, and it's not covering the basics. Like, people are just swimming, every month is just swimming, and we're getting more and more used to just fucking barely swimming to keep afloat. Like, whereas previously, I could probably work and be like, I could be 3 or 4 or 5 months in advance. Whereas now I'm going month to month, right? How do I make, like, and we're getting used to it. We're just getting used to it. It's the gig economy, right? You're right, thank you. It's the gig economy. And how much of this struggle and this idea, do we believe that we have to, because we don't deserve peace, we don't deserve a full meal, we don't deserve an easier life, we don't deserve a kinder, slower life, we don't deserve a life where you can be creative for the joy of being creative, and instead we get sick, we get cancer, we get mental health issues, we get heart attacks, we get heart diseases, we get fucking lung problems, we get cold sores, we get everything, and then you have medicine to literally mitigate the symptoms of not living as an authentic human being. Does any of that make sense? Or are you just like, it's bullshit? Does any of that make sense? Like, how many of our ailments would leave if we could just live with our authentic lives? You totally get it. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. I own 12 shops, go on holiday about 25 times a year because I work 15 hours a day. Good for you, Paul. So for Paul it works. Wonderful. How many does it not? I live on my own, I really struggle. How many does it? For 40 years. Those days are long gone, Paul. For most people, those days are long gone. You're feeding to my existential crisis at the moment. You shared the live stream. Thank you, Pam. Like, if you're enjoying this live stream, please can you like it, because it tells me that you like it, that you're engaged with it, and that you want to see more of it. Because I'm also aware that what I'm doing is throwing spaghetti at a wall, so whether or not this works will be, I don't know. So if you're enjoying the live stream, please make sure you like it so I can see that you like it. Capitalism creates problems and sells the solutions to you, right? Exactly, right? So then we're seeing like the billionaires and that thing. You sell tickets in advance, not expecting increase for every show. I don't understand what that means. I lived on a council estate. Keep throwing spaghetti. Thank you. So then this concept of the struggling artist and the struggle, and just think, it's just making me think here, like, I've struggled now with my industry, with life, from the age of about 4. Like, it's always been like out of reach. And I was just thinking last night, what if I just stopped reaching? What if I just stopped reaching? What if everything was just, actually, if all of us chose to, we're just gonna feed our souls and make ourselves feel content. You speak so eloquently on politics, economics, and still sometimes beat yourself up when it's hard. Thank you. You always ask the big questions, Louisa. Thank you. Because I'm aware that I think it's a big question and cool, but I used to have these conversations with somebody and he'd be like, no, you're wrong. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And I'm sure many of you are going, no, you're wrong. Okay, cool. But this is how I see the world, right? Because other people be like, well, you just got to work hard, that's your problem, you're not smart. You work harder, you don't work smart, that's your problem. Like, you work hard, you don't work smart, that's your problem. Because if I were you, like I used to have a guy that was always like, if I were you, you'd be the most successful comedian in the world. Like, if I were you, you'd be the most successful comedian in the world. If you listen to me, you'd be the most massive, the biggest comedian in the world. And I'm like, okay. Okay. And it's almost insulting because you go, you don't think I've tried. You don't think I've tried. Saw you at Top Secret, you're awesome. Creators and artists are rarely rich though. I would love to meet someone who is winning because everyone I know is finding it tough. Me and my friend regularly share a bottle of wine and chat about these issues too. Yeah. I am rich. We've all been sold a lie. Working hard is nothing anymore. Life is not about working until we die. But listen, I'm not saying it's not hard work, right? People are focused on being the biggest. How about we just be average, right? I'm not saying we don't work hard anymore. There's certain things where you do have to work hard. So for example, if you're dealing with a child with disability, that's hard fucking work, right? If you're dealing with a parent with dementia, that's hard fucking work. If you're working in a hospice, that's hard fucking work. If you're trying to train an animal, that's hard work. And you see the progress. 62 today and happy. I hope you find yourself. Happy birthday, Paul. I know where I am. I think people are right. So I've got to stop reading comments and get thrown off. Glad to be able to catch you on live. I've seen several videos of here and you speak the truth. Oh, what was my fucking point? Because somebody reminded me what I was talking about before I read fucking Paul's fucking comment. It's Paul. Do you know Paul is in my show and he's Australian? What was? Because somebody about working hard. Yeah, there was something else though. Oh yeah, sorry. So when you're in a hospice and those things that work hard, right? Those things are hard work. And you see development, like you see improvement. You see things that you go, yes, it's worth it. Yes, it's worth it. And I think maybe that's the difference. The distance between the hard work and the wins have become further and further apart. Because if we got just a little win, just more often, tiny wins, I think we would explode with our potential. The problem is, working hard with no wins, you just go off, right? And I'm even talking at a tiny level. I used to always find it amazing. I worked at an IT security helpline. Really enjoyed your comedy. Marxism and feminism both look out for all of humanity. I've decided I just want to matter to the people I love. I had a small win today at work and cried, right? Like, I worked in no wins makes you want to give up, right? I worked in an IT company and I was on the front desk. I've been through cancer 3 times, you make your own win. I think you've got such a bad attitude, Paul. I think your attitude it's really damaging actually to yourself. I think you've been kind of taught that that's how you're supposed to be and now you're preaching it to everybody else. I don't think that's a healthy way to live at all, actually. I really don't think it is. And the only reason you're still here is probably luck. So well done for being lucky. It's not about how hard you worked. I think it's such a toxic attitude to have. Sometimes I have to go back at my recent wins. So here's the thing. So I used to work at an IT company. Right, and it was a boring job. Like, it was reasonably well paid. I think I was on a good salary. I was on like £15 an hour. No, that was in London. I must have been on like £11 an hour. Like, I must have been on £11 an hour. Like, it was good money, right? And it was easy. It was like down the bottom of my road. I had to go in, put in a headset, and be like, have you tried turning it off and on and on? And then pass it on to Dave. Dave, I've got a number 2 for you. Like, pass on to the second line support. And my dad fought hard to live but died of cancer. Exactly. That's why I think, don't listen to him, Edna. I think it's very reflective of Paul's world and where he's at rather than the wider world. I don't think people think like that. I worked from 16, own my own house now, I pick my work and it gets better. That's wonderful, Mark. And in this company that I worked in, they had single mums, working mums were a lot of the workforce, right? And what they allowed people to do was to come in after 9 o'clock to drop the school kids off, leave before 3:30 to do the kids. And on Fridays, no, I'm a better person than you. I fight, you're selfish, and that a person that is self-centered. Yeah, see what I mean? See, you've just proven my point, Paul. You've just absolutely proven my point. Like, it's not a healthy way to live. That's how you see yourself. You don't know me. I'm only going off what I've read your comments are, and all your comments are like, well, I'm doing great, I've done great, I've got 12 shots, and I own everything, and I'm 62, and it's my birthday, and I've beat cancer 3 times, that's because I work so hard. Everybody else is just lazy. Like, anyway. And every Friday, they used to give free pizza Fridays. Free pizza Fridays. Every Friday you'd have free pizza. And you could take the pizza home with you if you wanted it. Like some of the mums and dads would take it home, right? And I learned then, I was like, I stayed in that temp job for longer than I should have done because of free pizza Fridays. And because the people that I was around were some of the best people. They worked up, they were so fun. It was such a fun environment to be in. And it kind of teaches you, there's a way to have a workforce, but to treat people well with a bit of dignity, and it's little wins. It's mad, isn't it, that for a lot of people, it's not even about having a huge amount of money or winning a car or winning a thingy. Like, for example, in hospitals. I think what I'd like to see in hospitals, for many people that work in the NHS, yes, more money and things, but then there's also things like, well, free parking is standard, pay for their travel as standard, right? Pay for people's travel if they're working in the public sector. Free trainers, free work shoes. Because how many, like my sister goes through so many work shoes, right? Because they're on their feet all day, every day. Like, free, like little wins. And listen, obviously I think the NHS should be paid a fuck ton more money, and it should be much easier for you to get on the property ladder, and it must be easier to get you pay your mortgage, and you should have more paid holidays and everything else. But little wins. It's consistent little wins. And I think globally, socially, we're not seeing any little wins. I work in the NHS. Will you tell me what would work for you? Bernie is 8 today. Yeah, she's 8 years old. My little Bernie sausage. She's asleep. A little wins. And I think that's where I'm struggling with this musical, is because I've been in LA now since the end of March. And it's now June. And they're just a little respect, right? A little respect. Absolutely. Menu, I don't know how to say your name. Absolutely a little respect. Have I got Oshkosh dungarees on? I do not respect you mocking my cancer. Please apologise. Hilarious. Hilarious. It's really funny. I posted something the other day, and I posted a video, and what do you have left to do with the musical? I may have missed that at the start. I've got to wait for the 5-week run. I think getting a theatre run in less than 6 months is insane. I think getting a theatre run in less than 6 months is an insane win. I mean, technically it's been since September, but yeah. And it's every Tuesday in July. Yeah, I hope so. I posted a video, and I'll tell you exactly what I say in the video because I use it as a line for my show. How long will you give the current situation? Thank you, great question. I think till the end of July, once the musical starts, because, yeah. I posted a video, and I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, did you know that the Bible wasn't actually written by Jesus? Well, the Bible was a collection of stories that were put together by men, right? No, I actually say the Bible was a collection of stories put together by those that had access to education. And those at the time that had access to education was because they were wealthy. And who were the wealthy, educated people? It was men. And men translated the Bible. And maybe, just maybe men mistranslated it. Because even when it's common fucking English, what's that word that rich, powerful men often translate, especially if it's coming from a young woman? No, exactly. So what I've taken upon myself to do is to look at the Bible and retranslate it from a female perspective. This is my story of Mary Magdalene. What would Mary Magdalene do? Come and see God is on the musical in July in LA, right? That's essentially what I say in the advert, right? That's what I say. And why is this not a Netflix special? That's essentially what I say, right? Men translated the Bible, rich, powerful men who had access to education translated the musical. Sometimes men are not very good at translating basic English. Even in, I really hope you fail. Is that how you got your 12 shops? You're so angry. It's mad that you're still here. Like, are you lonely, Paul? Is that why you're still here? Am I the only person that's engaged with you? Have you made, basically, does everybody else in your life just not ever call you or come round because you behave like this, and they just go, fucking hell, just, oh God, it's Paul again. Is that what's happened? I feel like that's what's happened because you're angry, and rather than dealing with that anger, you come on here to shout at a stranger. And I don't know what you get from it. Maybe the ghost of a semi? I don't know. Anyway, so in this advert, that's what I say, is I say, they translate it, what's that word that rich, powerful men often mistranslate? No. Edna, don't get into it. Don't get into it. Don't get into it, Edna. Don't. Especially with something so painful. Don't get into it. Don't let it. Don't let it. Nowhere in what I've just said to you did I say all men are apists. Nowhere. I said they're not very good at translating the word no. What's that word they're not good at translating? The word no, right? That's all I said. No could be used for several things. Do you want to go on a date? No. Do you want to come to my house? No. Do you want to have sex? No. Do you fancy me? No. Can I? No, right? The ghost of a semi sounds like a good play. I know, I don't know where that came from. Maybe I should have that on a the ghost of a semi. What you men out there that have 12 stores. The ghost of a semi. Buy now on my online shop. Ghost of Octo-Willy! Yes, James, we love a callback. The ghost of an Octo-Willy. Alex, when I sort it out, babe, I do want to sort out an online shop. I also do. My friend earlier was like, have you sent out a press release? And I was like, I'm doing my best, okay? I will. When I move to Poland, I'm going to stop doing live stuff and I'm going to make it all online. I'm going to have like a whole shop and you're going to do this and do all that. Anyway, Paul is giving Judas energy. You'd buy WWMD bracelets. Okay, anyway, nowhere did I say all men are apists. Nowhere, right? And the first comment on that video was, so what you're saying is that all men are apists. I think you should think that actually, like, this is really problematic that you've said that. And you know that expression where they say what they accuse you of is their confession, right? So what they've done is confession, like, and you're like, I didn't say that, and you've just come out with this, right? Obviously not good at translating jokes either. And it's amazing that, like, whatever we just saw, at no point have I ever mocked cancer. At no point have I ever mocked it. If you've known me, if you follow me for any time, I think cancer can fucking do one. I think it can go fuck itself. I hate it. I understand it. I get that it's cells that just mutate. I get it at that level. It's just cells that keep mutate. Like, we all have cells that, whatever, they just keep fucking going. I get it. I hate it. I get it. And yet somehow the response was, you've just mocked my... No. You've mocked yourself simply by writing something out and pressing send. You mocked yourself. So, with that in mind, I will post the advert about the Godzilla musical. If I post it now, will you do me a favour? Will you share it and push it out there? He's just trying to get a reaction. It's not worth it. You should go and mock it. You should go and mock yourself. 33,000 likes. Oh, so you like this live stream? At least they own themselves and show up in the comics, right? Right. So then the adverts I posted, I've had a couple of shitty comments like, oh, she's going to hell. And I was like, she got it. Of course I got it. Of course I got it, Alex, my bestie. Of course I got it. My friend was like, share the comments with the advert where they're like, she's going to hell, and post it. I just don't want that. I don't want to deal with the pools of the world. And I'm in heaven now. I don't think we should struggle. I think we should learn not to struggle. I think our trauma response is to stay in situations that are familiar, struggling and proving myself. And actually, maybe it's time at 42 to go, I don't need to do that anymore. We're not going to do that anymore. But then I'm torn because then I watch old videos of myself doing comedy and I'm like, I really could. I should keep going because I'm really fucking good. And like, I love it. But not when it's so hard. I'm like, well, why can't you just do it when it's not, I don't know. I'm torn between the fight for the drive to make something incredible and the I don't need to do this anymore. And I don't know if that's relatable content in today's live stream, but it's the live stream that you got. Thank you for supporting me on here. Thank you for supporting me on my TikTok live stream. I will be back on Monday. We're doing an 8-week spaghetti. This is end of week 2. Basically, for 8 weeks, I'm throwing spaghetti at a wall to see what sticks. And so I'm doing live streams Monday to Thursday. Use the rude, that was very fucking rude sound. Oh, that's a good point. You're my favourite stand-up, please do more. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I can't say the word. Pumpkin Sisters like the live. I'm throwing shit at a wall to see what sticks to try and get bumps on seats. So that's what I'm doing. Because I'm out here with my musical. And I've got 8 weeks. And I just have to somehow make some money. Sell some tickets. So please share the video, please share, like and comment on the advert when I put it up. 8 weeks spaghetti war, doing live streams, I'm doing Substack articles, I've just released a Substack. So yesterday if you saw me crying on here, I did release the video on YouTube. I'll probably take it down next week because I don't know if everybody needs to see that. I released the poem 6 on my Substack. So if you like that poem about grief yesterday, it is on my Substack and it's free so you can access it. Sign up to my Substack because I think I can post more long-winded things on there. TikTok, I'll keep posting content. I've got a gig tomorrow night. I didn't want to go, but I was like, just say yes to the gig. Come on, you can do this. I went to the gym yesterday twice. I went to the gym yesterday, I went to a yoga class, then I went to a meditation class, and it's our mum's anniversary soon, and so we're not fighting it, we're just going with it, okay? We're gonna go with whatever this is, and just, Frank Zappa said 2 rules. 1, keep going, don't stop. And when you get there, it's still fucking hard. In the meantime, I want you to say, oh no, and if you want to sign up to my Patreon, please sign up to my Patreon, patreon.com/Louisa Omerland. Patreon is the only reason that I am still standing. So if you're not already on my Patreon, consider you can sign up from $1. So if you like this live stream, if you like anything I do, if you like my live stream, if you like my Substack, if you liked any of this conversation, support me. You can sign up from £1. It's $1 a month. Sign up from £1, support me, and then I can keep doing this as my job. Yeah, because I'd like to grow my Patreon to 2,000 people. So yeah, she's still standing. I've got the wrong song there, haven't I? In our goodbyes. Buddy, come to mommy. Buddy, come to mommy, buddy. Buddy, what's this? What's this? What's this? Buddy, what's this? Buddy, come here. Come here. Hang on. Buddy, come here. Buddy, come here. Come here. Buddy, come here. What's this? Buddy, come to mommy. Just fucking hang on. Buddy, come to mommy. Buddy. Oh my god, why are you being stubborn? Come on. Here, let's go. Come and say hi. Everybody wants to see you. It's your birthday. Come on. Come on, Abigail. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. Come say hi. No. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, I'm going to sing to you. Is everybody ready to sing to Bernie? Is everybody ready? 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 She's not daft. She is daft. She's such a diva. She's a little diva. Is everybody ready to sing to Bernie? Bernie, come on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. You ready? Oh. Are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Why are you singing in my voice, Mummy? Happy birthday, dear Bernie. Happy birthday to you. The best guy in the world. Love my life. Make you my wife. Be my sausage forever. My best girl. I'm so lucky to have you. And I will have you in every lifetime because you're my best sausage. Who's my best sausage? Who's the sausage monkey head? Who's the sausage monkey head? You're my sausage monkey head. The sweetest 8-year-old girl I know, aren't you? I'm going to give some peanut butter to celebrate. Yours. Yes, my sausage. Right, we're gonna go. Thank you so much for joining me. Ow! For joining me on this live stream. Who's a lovely sausage? Who's a lovely sausage? Who's a lovely sausage? Who's a lovely sausage? Let me show you. Oh, jeez. Oh, let me just. Let me get the camera. Okay. Can you see her? Oh yes. Can you see? Can they say hi to you? Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for my birthday wishes, everybody. Thank you for my birthday wishes. Sign up to Mommy's Patreon so I can keep eating organic chicken because she refuses to buy the cheap chicken because it looks about 5 kilos for one fillet. And you go, what the fuck are they feeding those chickens? So one fillet is 5 kilos. And so if I could just stick with my organic, normal, regular sized chicken, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Are you my best girl? Are you my best girl in the world? Are you my best girl in the whole world? Do you know everything is possible because of Bernie? It's the only reason I've got through life. Because of Bernie. Well, that's how I feel about that, Mommy! Anyway, organic is best. Yes. Yesterday I got food for her. I managed to buy all the food and she's got a month's worth. I cooked a month's worth of food yesterday. I'm very proud of myself for that. Right, gang. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for liking my live streams. I can't believe you like my live streams. That's cool. See you Monday at 10 o'clock. Keep fighting the good fight. We'll take it from there. Good night, everyone. Good afternoon. Wish I'd seen more. Any tips on coping with grief? It's fucking horrific. That's all. It feels like it should kill you, but it doesn't. And you've got to think there's a reason for that. I also think it's going to be a blink of an eye before you see them again. And then you'll be like, what? Oh shit, I should have done that. They're like, yeah, you idiot, why didn't you do that? You're like, I didn't know I was meant to. I told you, but how do I know that I was supposed to do it? Because I sent you to LA, but nothing happened in LA. Your friend paid your rent, but how was I supposed to know I was supposed to stay there? Because your friend paid your rent, but that's because she's my friend. No, it's because I told her to pay your rent. Oh. So I was meant to be there, but it was so hard. It was meant to be hard. But why was it so hard? Because otherwise it wouldn't have been as good as when it was good. And when it was good, you were ready for it because you trained. You know, like when you fight and you fight, you have your first fight and you don't know how to fight, and so you get punched out in the first go. Whereas actually, if you've been in loads of fucking different fights, when you get to the main fight where it's fucking life or death, you fucking know how to fight back because you fucking done the training. So then you're ready. I was getting you ready. Well, couldn't I have been ready earlier? Like, I feel like I was ready a lot earlier. No. You're ready when you're ready. Okay. Okay. Also, I do think everything has a cost. Like politically now what we're seeing, morally what we're seeing, everything has a cost. Right? Our lives have a cost, our work has a cost, ourselves have a cost. To know truly like great love, unconditional, pure, beautiful love, to know it, to have it, I think is so rare and so precious and so fortunate, and not everybody gets it. So I also think that grief is the price of having such a great love. And if you go, you could either go back and never have had them, never have known them, and be alright now. Would you do that? Yes, actually, because this is horrible. I know. Of course I would do it. Of course I'll do it in every lifetime. Again. It's your birthday. I'm not crying when your birthday is your birthday. Anyway, I'm really glad we got through this whole live stream without crying. Isn't it mad how you don't... this is just a one-way conversation. We go through all the emotions. It's your fault, guys. It's your fault. And now I'm on 48.4 thousand likes, so I can't leave until I'm on 50. Because I need the number to be rounded. You're not crying, you're leaking. I don't know if that sounds how you meant for it to sound, James. Okay? If you like this live stream, let's get to 50 and then we'll go. Like and follow. Thank you for being here. Oh, dear. We're all leaking. We're all leaking, mate. I'll post the advert today, yeah? I'll post the advert today. Bing! 50k. Got it. Okay. Big love. See you later. Big hugs. Bye, everyone. Happy birthday, buddy! Sending you something to watch, please do. Sending lots of love and happy birthday to Bernie. Thank you so much. You watch God is a Woman online and what Beyonce did, and I'm like, okay, I've got to go. We don't have time for this. Okay, everyone wants to sleep. Okay, good night, everyone. Lots of love. Big hugs. Have a nice dream. Bye. Happy birthday, Buddy! Buddy's the birthday girl! Buddy is the birthday girl!